Hi guys, so my name is Bayan Sulu and it's my pleasure today to talk to you guys about this topic of productivity and how to get things done and how to not get overwhelmed about the amount of things we're getting done and how to not get depressed and etc. Like the stuff we do, it seems to really have a big effect on us. And right now we see a lot of people getting I'm a student at the University of Hong Kong, and I see a lot of students being quite stuck in this process of how do I do this, how do I do that, how do I combine it, and is it possible to do this? And I also see this group of people who seem to be saying that they are actually putting work, but when you actually talk to them, you find this pattern that it actually there's little mistakes they make, or maybe not the mistakes, it's just the lack of, I think, perspective about how to improve this situation, how to make them more effective, how to make 1 hour of your work routine, how to make it work, and how to take the most out of it. So today I have two amazing ideas for you guys, two concepts, two rules, or however you want to call them. It's I read it in the book. It's my Kindle. It's called The Tools of Titans. Oh no, sorry, it's the other book. It's Tim Ferriss's book as well, but it's called The 4-Hour Workweek. And in this book, he gives you a lot of ideas about how to improve the way you approach work. But these ideas, they're just right out in the beginning of the book, and I'm just starting to read it, but full credits to this guy. He's amazing, and you can look him up on the internet. A lot of podcasts with him, and he has his own podcast. But yeah, these ideas really stuck with me, and they struck me like how easy it is to implement those, how easy it is to already start working on it and like make it a part of your life. And some of them seem a bit counterintuitive when you first read it, but then as you go deeper, you understand like the real power in them. So the two ideas are the Pareto's law and the Parkinson's law. The Pareto's law, you probably have heard it. I think it's like a quite popular one, but together these two, they create like a beast of productivity. And a lot of people actually tell me, oh, but yeah, how come you do so much stuff? And my answer to them always is that I actually don't feel like I do a lot of stuff, and it's just that I know how to do it, and I've been intuitively doing some of this, but reading about it's making it more it's something different. Reading about it, and then yeah, trying to deepen what I do, my routines. But anyways, let's do this focus on these. So what is a Pareto's law? It says is 80% of your results are due to 20% of the work you did. So for example, let's take your grades, right? 80% of your grades are because of the 20% of the work you did, of the work you did while studying. So the concept, what it highlights is, why not to focus on the stuff that why not to really critically look at what you do at school, what you do in studying, like when you are between your pomodoros, Like, what do you actually do? And look at this stuff, and then think, like, what are the stuff that is producing the best result, the best amount of results. For example, for me, it's mind maps. It seems like no, like an intellect cards. It seems like an easy concept, and it's not very time consuming. So you just have to you just have to buy some paper and make a hole in them, and like put it on the on a small ring, so it's easy to flip it, and then write something on them. Like, it's easy, but actually this is crazy effective. 80% of my of the stuff I remembered during my second year of studies, first semester, it's due to these it's thanks to these intellect cards. And personally thought, okay, so now I'm just gonna do them all the time because I found them so effective, and I don't have to go and do the stuff people do. I see people going through lectures and like making a lot of notes and organizing it really nicely in the notebook, but it doesn't work for me, and it's fine, and I'll just do my thing, because I find that 80% of my results come from this 20% thingy. And from now on, I'm focused, and I don't have to lose time on doing this thing. So he says that the stuff you do, that the stuff that consumes a lot of your time, it doesn't make this. Okay, no, wait, let me formulate this right. The amount of time you spend on a certain task doesn't make the task important. Think about it. If you spend a lot of time on the task, it doesn't automatically make it important. It just makes it time consuming, and it just makes it and you know what makes the task effective is the amount of results it gets you. So, for example, the amount of positive result. Of course, if you're not looking for a negative result, then you better look for negative stuff. No. So yeah, stuff like that. Think about it. What do you do every day that what you've been doing, what does it really do to you? And you may get sad. You may think, oh my god, I've been doing so many unproductive things, and this is totally fine. It's fine, guys. You have the guts to do the job, to make the right move. Okay, so now when you understand the 80-20 rule, let's move to the Parkinson's rule, Parkinson's law. So, okay, imagine there is an essay due tomorrow, or you probably had this situation where you had 3 weeks to finish your essay, but you just started working 24 hours before your essay is due. This essay is really important. It's worth 25% of your grade, and even if you are a biochem major and your essay is about this ancient art piece, then you still have to do it because it's 25% of your final grade. And yeah, so you start really stressing about it. Oh my god, like I have to finish that, and you don't have time to stress. So you go to your home or your study room, and then you you put on your fullest attention to this job that has to be done, to this essay that has to be written in 24 hours, and it has to be submitted on Moodle. And for this essay, to finish this essay, you had 3 weeks, right? But you still manage to finish it because you were working under pressure. And this is what Parkinson's law is all about. When you have limited time to do a certain task, you seem to use up all this time. So think about it. If you had 3 weeks, you would manage to finish it in 3 weeks. If you had 1 week, if you had 1 year to finish the task, you will take all this year to finish the task. And if you have 24 hours to finish your essay, you will use all these 24 hours to actually finish the essay. But the task is still the same, right? 3 weeks when the essay was submitted to you by a professor, and only one day when you actually started doing the task. So what is it? Well, this is because you are more focused on this task. You put in your fullest attention to the task. You start really combining all your knowledge, and you will focus on only the core pieces that has to be done. And yeah, maybe you won't get an A+, right? But you will still get a B, or you will still get a pretty decent grade that will that is better than not submitting it. But the thing is, you work on the core stuff. So whenever you have a task to do, try to limit your time. Try working with your fullest attention without texting on your phone, without taking long breaks. Instead, give yourself this time period, and put your fullest attention and work in that period. This is why I think 25 minutes, the Pomodoro concept, works really well, because you give yourself 25 minutes to finish a certain task. Or for example, maybe you give yourself 2 Pomodoros. So here is, you cannot spend more, right? You tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna feel bad about myself if I take more time. And sometimes you need more time, and it's totally okay. Maybe you just overestimated yourself, and maybe this is the task that requires more creativity from you, so you gotta spend more time on that, and it's totally fine. But a lot of the tasks, you can really measure like what is the time that you're going to spend on it, and this is how you'll end up cutting a lot of your sitting time and being productive. You're just gonna be done with the task quickly, and you can just go and enjoy life, and you can do the stuff you really wanted to do, and dream about the things that you really want to do, and have fun. And I don't say that doing work is not fun, but guys, this is the topic of another video. But for now, we're discussing like how to get things done and how to get them effectively done, how to be effective at the work you do. So every time you will approach any kind of work, try focusing on these 2 laws. These laws, I think, are the secrets that has to be implemented everywhere. Like right now, write a note to yourself and stick it on the computer, like on a sticky note, and write 80-20 rule and Parkinson's law. I'm gonna leave a short message to that you can write on your sticky note, so it will always remind you. Feel free to edit it to your own needs, and maybe you have your own sign language, and you're just gonna describe Parkinson's law in 2 words. Yeah, so feel free to do that. And you can even feel free to send me photos. I'd love to see your photos, like of your sticky notes on your computer, reminding you all the time about this amazing secrets that will really, I think, result in a great changes in society, and a lot of people getting less overwhelmed, a lot of social change. So yeah, guys, and spread this message. Tell your friends maybe about the video, or just just tell them about it. When you tell people something, you remember it better. Yeah. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, if you find it valuable to you, and yeah, bye bye guys, see you in the next video.